sites on your cells. Now, remember that as within, so without. If the cell receptor sites in your cells in your body are clogged for whatever reason, often with dissonance, then what you'll find is that it affects your ability to receive. What does that mean? Receive healing, receive inspiration, receive wisdom, receive abundantly within the third plane. You need to have clean receptor sites on your cells in order to impact and enhance your ability to receive. That's what peppermint does. It also brings great focus and great concentration. So you can use peppermint, again, just like lavender. You can use it topically, you can diffuse it, or you can even ingest it. So again, peppermint tea with some of the essential oil. Why not just use the herb? Well, because one drop of the essential oil will have the same beneficial impact, several pounds, several kilos of the actual dried herb. So you're elevating your experience of the benefit of this particular chemical by using the oil. It sharpens your cognitive function. What is the point of being a spiritual aspirant if you're not taking that learning and embodying that learning in the third plane? You're supposed to come down from the mountain and walk among the people. So you want to sharpen your cognitive function in order to best be able to turn up. So it takes 2 kilos of raw peppermint to make 1 bottle of peppermint oil, as big as this. This is lemon, but this size, 50 milliliters, takes 2 kilos of peppermint leaves. So if you're still buying the cheap oils, you might want to be asking yourself, where did the leaves come from? Who got paid? Who got exploited? And so on. So think deeply about the energetic stamp about the oils you're choosing. Now, guys, I don't know if you're still watching the slides. The next oil I want to talk about is frankincense. Frankincense also comes in the pack. So when you join the Young Living program through Lila and Adam, then you're going to receive every one of these oils I'm talking about and more. Frankincense is a holy anointing oil. It's not for no reason that it is mentioned in every single ancient scripture, from the east to the west, because this oil has a frequency that is out of this world. It's extremely good for grounding and calming. But get this, for very, very serious spiritual aspirants, frankincense softens rigid structures around the psyche and also in the energy field. So let's say, for example, if you're familiar with the macabre, we're talking about the sacred geometric structure of energy around the being. It solidifies, it crystallizes in many ways during our experience on this planet. And frankincense does a really good job in softening and dissolving some of those psychic constructs that we create that prevent that real fluid movement of spirit. Frankincense is your go-to oil for that. It's cell regenerating, so it has the ability to tell your cells to start from scratch. It regenerates them. So where your cells are falling into that broken programming we talked about before, frankincense will re-inform them of their highest directive. So that's why it's a tonic for all your body systems. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with respiratory or digestive or elimination or circulatory issues, frankincense will add an enormous amount of benefit to that. I'm going to move on to copaiba. I think Lila talked about it really quickly. I'm not sure. Now, copaiba is a really interesting oil because one of the things it's most known for is the fact that it's an enhancer. So if you use 1 drop of copaiba with 1 drop of frankincense, you're doubling the effect of the frankincense. So when you're using a precious and costly oil, like frankincense, like sandalwood, like melissa, helichrysum, you can use less of it. And you can add copaiba, which will elevate the properties and enhance and deepen the effect that they have. Copaiba is also a healing oil. And that essentially means that it will instruct and form the white blood cells to speed up the process of removing and eliminating cells that are sick and dying. So your healing process will speed up significantly in using copaiba. It's a solar plexus oil. So when you use it alongside something like lemon or even fennel, it will enhance and invoke your sense of self. It'll solidify courage. Oh, hello, Silas back. And it'll also extract out your true confidence. Now, true confidence is not about a way of being. It's not about behaving a certain way or speaking a certain way. True confidence is your alignment with your knowing of who you are and how you're showing up in the world. And when you blend your copaiba with your lemon and you add it directly, topically to the solar plexus, the effect is a real profound sense of self, courage, confidence, and an alignment of divine will with my will. So if you are wanting to walk in alignment, then you are certainly not wanting to have to convince your ego to behave the way that the source field is the highest and best for all. You're wanting to align your will with divine will. That makes a real graceful life living. So I'm digging that about copaiba so far. Now next, if you have the slide, please move to the next slide called Thieves. Thieves is a phenomenal blend. It's probably Young Living's most famous blend. It's a blend of clove, cinnamon, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Now, I'm going to tell you the story about how Thieves came about, because that's going to inform what I say after that. Now, the name Thieves came about because legend has it that during the Middle Ages, when the Black Death was just wiping Europe clean, there were, most of you probably have spent some time in Europe. Europe was extremely severely affected by the Black Death. Well, there was this group of robbers who discovered that if they blended eucalyptus, clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, and rosemary, that it would invoke protective properties that were so effective that they were able to go from house to house, robbing the dead and dying without contracting the Black Plague. They were very, very effective. They did a really good job of it. So good, in fact, that when they were caught, they were granted clemency from the king in exchange for the recipe. So that's how it's used even in this day. It's used for protection in that way. Now, on a physical level, here we're talking deep immune protection. So whenever you get round to that winter time and people start sniffling, there is no reason why you should get sick just because everyone else is sick. Remember, your experience is an outpouring of your consciousness. Be someone who is a natural self-healer. These will help with that. It will help protect you on the physical level so that you're not affected by other people's field of consciousness and the germs and other organisms that they're bringing. On a psychic level, again, remember, as above, so below. On a psychic level, Thieves will give you an enormous amount of protection against other energies that are not your own. If you're an empath and you experience going to the supermarket as being kind of traumatic because of the chaotic energies that exist in other people's lives, if you use Thieves, you'll be able to move through the craziest crowds without it ever affecting the way that you show up. So Thieves is a protector on a psychic level. It's also a protector on an emotional level. So you're being protected against thought structures and thought forms. You're being protected against other people's emotional vibration. And you're being protected on the physical level, in the fact that your immunity is being boosted by Thieves. So this is one to keep. Everyone should have a bottle of Thieves. If you put a single drop on the bottom of your foot, it takes only 22 seconds for all of those phytochemicals to reach your entire system. The bottom of the foot is a great point because of the nerve endings and because of all of the energetic points. Now, we are familiar with the sole of the foot as a powerful acupressure platform, and the same goes for essential oils. So you can even look at the map, acupressure map of the reflexology points on the bottom of the foot, and if you want to apply an oil directly to any of those points for faster and more profound benefits. We're going to move on to the next oil now. The next oil is Daijize. So Daijize is a gut oil. It is a blend of juniper, fennel, ginger, peppermint, tarragon, anise, and patchouli. Oh my gosh. Now, Hippocrates said that all disease starts in the gut. And there's a lot of logic to that. Hippocrates also studied the effects of essential oils And he also was a big proponent of the healthy mind as being the key to a healthy body. So when Hippocrates is talking about that all disease starts in the gut, that is because, and you probably didn't understand this yet, but that is because whenever the cell experiences a reality that goes against its programming, it sends a stress signal to the brain, and the amygdala then sets a fire alarm, and the hippocampus dumps a ton of adrenaline and cortisol into the gut. From that point on, that's what changes the blood. A genome in your DNA that says that you will contract cancer, for example, that doesn't mean that you do. It's the environment that causes that gene to be flipped on. That's epigenetic. So when the brain dumps all of those stress hormones into the gut, that's where that negative and toxic environment happens that turns on the genomes. So when we talk about healing the gut, we're actually talking about healing the spiritual point at which disease first forms. Or I should say, the spiritual point at which disease first manifests in the body. There are many ways to stop it from even getting that far. But let's say that the sacral, the root, and the solar plexus, in essence, the fields of consciousness that is the gut, are in some way in dissonance or disalignment. Bring in digize. Now, if you take a little bit of digize, just one drop, mix it with a carrier oil and rub it on the stomach, then that will have an immediate effect. If you're experiencing any digestive issues or any elimination issues, it will have an effect. It will also have an effect on the emotional body. So the emotional body that sits in the gut, you're probably familiar, would be anger, would be blame, would be guilt, would be pain. So if you're experiencing any of these particular frequencies, digize is a great one. Another wonderful one is abundance. Similar sorts of oils, particularly ginger. I heard Lila saying earlier that she uses orange to stimulate abundance. That is exactly the same as using digize or the oil abundance, because we're talking about that particular chakra, the particular energy point that resonates with prosperity or the quality of being a human. So prosperity isn't just what is received, it's also the experience. Am I experiencing joy? Am I noticing the miracles in my life? So digize is the oil for this. Let's move on to the next one. Let's talk about stress away. Now, I'm not sure you can still hear me, but I haven't seen any. Lila. Yes, thumbs up from Lila. All right. Stress away. Now, the main thing to say about stress away, number one, it does what it says on the tin. It takes the stress away. How does it do that? Two different ways. The citrus, which is lime in the stress away, it is a stress buster. All citrus oils are. Grapefruit, lemon, lime, bergamot, orange, they're all stress busting ones, but this one has lime. What it does is it goes to work on the adrenals. So whenever we're in stress, the adrenals start working really, really hard, pumping out tons of histamines, which is, of course, when our allergies are ignited and so on. So the lime will immediately serve to calm down and soothe the adrenals. And at the same time, the copaiba, oak tea, and vanilla work on the brain and switch off the fire alarm in the amygdala. So you have a two-angled approach to stress relief. This oil smells absolutely fantastic. It's definitely a go-to oil that everyone should have. Let's move on to lemon. Now, if you heard me begin this talk at the very beginning when the sound was awful, then you'll know that lemon was really the oil that got me on the journey of using essential oils. Just like copaiba, it's a solar plexus oil, so it will also serve to invoke courage, invoke a sense of self, strengthen and deepen your confidence, and as I said, also align divine will with your own personal will to make that graceful living of life so much smoother. I began to use this oil when my daughter was dealing with scattered energies. She had night terrors, she had lack of confidence, and she said it was because her mind was so big and her brain was so small. So she experienced that there was a bottlenecking of energy that she couldn't express. Well, this oil, lemon, aligned those scattered energies. And so now she has a wonderful true confidence. She never has night terrors, and her stammer is completely gone. So if you're wanting to step forth in courage, you're wanting to move into a new epoch of your life, you have to have lemon, because lemon is the oil for confidence and for sense of self. Let's move on. I know we're running out of time here. We've already gone over. So now we're going to talk about Ningxia Red. If you can go to the next slide. There we go. And Ningxia Red, 2 samples of Ningxia Red come in your starter pack as well. It took me a long time to start using Ningxia Red, but when I did, boy, it was a game changer. You can see yourself on the slide here just how powerful this is, but essentially Ningxia Red is wolfberry, which some people know it as goji berry, but Gary Young traveled all over the world to find the best wolfberries. That means they have to have the best soil, they have to have the most ethical practices. And the goji berries that he found, the wolfberries he found, was from the Ningxia province of China. So this juice is, it's really a juice, it's more a liquid supplement, but it is a really deep and intense combination of these powerful antioxidant wolfberries, and it's used with additional essential oils. So it's kind of the same as eating 8 kilos of carrots or 2 kilos of kale. Now, I like kale, but I ain't going to sit there chewing on 2 kilos of it. So a shot of Ningxia Red, 2 ounces, I'm not sure what that is in milliliters, but you can probably look that out. 2 ounces a day is all we need. Now, if we think about optimal wellness, we're thinking about the body as a frequency, the body as a biodome, then one of the fundamental keys to having a positive spiritual experience is maintaining a high level of wellness within the biodome. So just by feeding the body and the cells 2 ounces of Ningxia Red every day, you have fortified and rejuvenated the body to a point where your spirit is able to flow so smoothly through. Now let's move on to the next slide, please. This slide is just a quick overview of the premium starter kit. I talked about most of these oils, but not all of them. If you join, and you decide that you do want to enhance your spiritual practices with these essential oils, then what you're going to receive is a diffuser of your choice. There are a few to choose from. You are going to get 10 everyday oils plus Chef's Away, and I believe in Europe, those in Europe, they will also get an additional bottle of orange. So that's a really cool little treat. You'll also get some samples of Ningxia, you can see for yourself, and I think you also get a sample of thieves cleaner. So remember we talked about thieves as the immunity protection oil. Well, Young Living does an entire line of household cleaners based on thieves. So this is going to not just clean your entire home without using any toxins, any poison, but it's also going to add, can you imagine a layer of thieves over your entire house? Your whole home is now protected, psychically, physically, and emotionally. So that's a must-have. If I've heard on good authority that if you sign up today, you're not just going to get all of these oils and the diffuser, but you're also going to get an energy attunement from Adam to sharpen your ability to receive. Remember we talked about those phenols in the essential oils? What is the point of accepting Reiki or taking healing or meditating or using essential oils if you do not have the ability to actually receive, incorporate, and embody those teachings? So I think this is worth every single breath that I've used to explain it. I went on about that for a while, but I'm just super abreast and I kind of want it myself. If you sign up not today, but before the 31st of October, you're also going to get a free healing. Ow. Yes, please. And not only that, but if you join ER, which is Essential Rewards, when you sign up, Lila is going to personally blend an intuitive, meaningful spiritual blend for you every single month that you're on Essential Rewards. I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible. If you go to the next slide, I'll tell you what Essential Rewards is. Essential Rewards is Young Living's loyalty program. So they obviously want to keep you buying the best oils. if you're going to be buying oils anyway, or household cleaners, or supplements, or any other of these essential oil infused goodies, you want to go on essential rewards. Oh gosh, hold on a sec. Hold on. The clan has arrived. The clan has arrived. Okay, the clan has arrived. I have to be quick. So Essential Rewards is the is the loyalty program that Young Living use to keep you coming and using their organization. That makes good business sense to me. Now, the benefit to us, number one, when I commit to an ongoing investment in my wellness, that's my declaration to the universe that I'm taking my spirituality and my wellness, my purpose, and my abundance extremely seriously. And I know for a fact that the universe will always respond in kind. Now, on a physical level, the benefit is the points that we receive every single month in return for the energy investment that we're putting into the company, they can be accumulated. I never pay for oils, I never pay for makeup, and I certainly never pay for my supplements. I use my points to pay for all of those things. So the only thing that I'm ever investing in is increasing my collection of essential oils, which is super cool. Not just that, but you also get some free gifts back, and you get reduced shipping. And if when you start sharing your oils with your friends and family, if you're on Essential Rewards, you're eligible to receive bonuses and thank you checks from Young Living as a result of that. So it's a way for you to build your collection in a really affordable way and get paid for it, so you don't actually have to ever pay for your oils. So that's Essential Rewards. And Lila says if you join, you get a free blend from her every month. I mean, I should have joined Lila's team. But there we go. So that's it. That's all I have to say. If you're interested in more information about how to use the different oils, which oils you need for different purposes, then you have Lila and Adam right there to ask anytime. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to learn everything about all the different oils, because you're so supported by a huge community of intentional oilers. If you join Lila's team, you also join my team. So I will love all over you. And that's it. Now I know for a fact that Adam has another meditation for us to enjoy. So namaste. Thank you for listening to me. And reach out if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for being here with us today. I enjoyed it very, very much. And thank you. So I hope you will teach us again sometime.
I would be delighted to.
Thank you. It was super, super powerful information, hearing about the glands and the hormones and our emotional systems. I didn't really get it all in at the time, but those parts that I got with me are amazing, and I will start using lemon with the copaiba, for example, for now on. So thank you so much. And I will now invite Adam for the, and I would like to say I can send you one of my blends as well, Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you.
Shreem Brizzy.
Shreem Brizzy, baby.
Yes. So now I would like to invite Adam. And he's looking very, very curious. He has 4 oils in his hands. I have no idea what he's going to do with these 4 oils, but I guess he got very inspired of you speaking. So welcome in.
All right. Namaste, everybody. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your presentation. This was awesome to hear some more about the oils. Got me pumped up. Okay, so my friends, many of you are used to my teachings and my meditations, and I'm going to show you a few of the newest oils that we have. So what I have been trying out is to use this one. It's called Peppermint, that I put on my third eye, because many things that we are talking about on the workshops is to leave the sensor pleasures and go up into the third eye, right? To keep the focus up into higher regions. So when you put the peppermint on your third eye, you know, you usually do like this. You put a little drop here. All of a sudden you will feel that the focus, your attention will go there. So it will be easier for you to tune in on the inside, you know? So that's very good. And then we need to put this charger into the computer if we need to keep on going. So we need to go and get the charger right now. Yes, very nice, very nice. And I will do the fun stuff. So we got this Northern Light Black Spruce. And this is similar to the ones that you smelled when you met me in Gothenburg last week when I have that blue one. And this one, when I only do this, I feel that my energy is going up. Because when our energy is down here, we are left in this Maya, in this illusion. So you want to go inside, right? And when we use that energy, we go up because the energy is high. Because also what Elizabeth was talking about, she was talking about vibrations, and also on the other side. There are different consciousness in this vibration of the share right now.
Cheers for the share.
So, just as we have different consciousness, different level of awareness, there's the same thing with the oils. So when you're using different oils, you can tap into the different consciousness that the oils have, so you can tap into a higher vibration within yourselves. Because as she said, as within, as without, right? So we got this from the ancient scriptures, you know, from the Bible and stuff, you know, mirror. And by just by not listening, by just smelling this mirror, you can go into a deeper state of consciousness. So I tried it out last night, and I was like going into this more transcendental state of consciousness by just smelling it. And then we got this sandalwood, which is also my favorite because it smells so freaking good. Okay? So when we now have going in by using those oils, I want you guys to close your eyes. And when I'm working, you know, I can work in different spaces. So when I have smelled those oils, I am tapping into the consciousness of those oils, and I am now transferring that consciousness into you. So I want you just to focus and put your attention on your third eye. Just feel the healing vibration coming in. Some of you may even be smelling the oils. So just put your concentration between the two eyebrows and start to breathe in with your two eyebrows. So you breathe in and you hold the energy between your two eyebrows, and then you breathe out. And you breathe in with your two eyebrows, hold the energy there. And keep on breathing in. So you're just breathing with your third eye. You're connecting with the solar, the pranic energy from the sun. You are connecting with my consciousness and the consciousness that I am in with smelling the oils. So you're connecting with the consciousness of the sandalwood, the myrrh, the peppermint, and the black spruce. So you now start to feeling this energy bubbling up on the inside. Okay? So while you're breathing in with your third eye, feel how this energy is coming in and penetrating every cell of your body. It's coming into your DNA. This is a sacred healing vibration that's coming in through every part of your body. It's making you more and more relaxed. You can feel how your eyes are getting purified and getting more and more and more drowsy the longer you go with your breathing with your third eye. So hold it for a minute. Just keep your dhyan, your concentration between your two eyebrows. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. And feel how your root chakra is getting activated. Sacral chakra is getting activated. The Manipura is getting activated. Anahata heart center is getting activated. Your throat center is getting activated. Your third eye is activated. Your crown is getting activated. Namah Shivaya. Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Feel how you're becoming heavier and heavier. Your feet, your legs, your arms and your hands are really, really heavy right now. attention is going inwards within your third eye. Your mind is coming on the inside and getting higher experience. And it's helping the soul to going upwards, pushing the soul into the third eye. Okay, so you can slowly start to come back to your body again. Thank you for connecting with this energy. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding this meditation. We have less than a minute left, so we want to thank all of you for being here tonight. And we want to put a special thank you to Elizabeth, who did this presentation with us, and hopefully we can keep connecting with her so she can do maybe another recording with all this information, so we can get deeper into the oils to really understand how the oils are working with our spirit and our body and our mind, our soul and our DNA, so we can connect and use the oils in our spiritual practice to get a more humble spiritual life. All right. So thank you very much. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya.
See you very, very soon. If you want to say a couple of words, Elizabeth, you may have a few seconds before it's turning off.
Then I will just end. Can you hear me? My audio's on.
Yes.
Thank you, Adam. That was a profound experience. Thank you for having me and for allowing me to share something that's very important to me. Thank you to those of you who have already chosen to join the journey and chosen your oils, and to everyone else. Today is a really, really good day for you because you get to join this incredible community, these amazing frequency tools. And